Hi YouTube, this is Mood Disordered Mind, and I wanted to give you guys an update on how counseling went for me. So in my last video, I was pretty upset and all over the place, and I had been like that for about a week or so before I made the video, and I was all over the place, and it was just an emotional wreck for me. But since that video, I've actually my symptoms have improved. It was sort of a short episode, if you will, and I'm actually glad for that, because to me that means that my meds are working. You know, they're making things not last as long. You know, it's working for me, so that's positive. Anyway, I said I was gonna go to see my counselor on Wednesday, which was yesterday, and I did, and I told her that I really want to make the most out of my counseling sessions. I really want to be able to go there and get something back. So, you know, she was really open to what I had to say. You know, and I told her, you know, when I had gone to my NAMI group last week, how I opened up to people, and I don't normally do that, and how I felt it was a positive first step for me, because it was opening the door for me to be open and honest with my counselor, who, you know, can help me. And I told her this, and I said, I know it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to do my best to actually talk about my feelings, what's really bothering me, and not just kind of you know, talk about superficial things. You know, and she had picked up on that I had done that when I first started going the last time. I sort of started talking about myself, and I got a little bit tearful, but then after that I stopped talking about myself. And I told her that's just my way of pushing my emotions down, because I don't want to deal with them. And that is the truth. That there's nothing more to it. That's just the truth. So, but what happened between my NAMI group and my therapy session was that I had opened up in my NAMI group, and that's great, that's phenomenal. I'm very proud of myself for doing that. But it also opened the door for my emotions and my fears to come through. And one of those, and I've had these ever since I was first sexually abused, before my uncle abused me. I think it was before my uncle abused me, because I was sexually abused before then. But either way, I started getting night terrors, and I don't remember my night terrors. Basically, you know, how it happens for me is that I'll go to sleep, and I think that night that I had an awesome night's sleep. I don't think anything bad happened, but, you know, a few hours into it, I'll wake up screaming, petrified. And I usually wake up my mother and my son, and I scared the heck out of my son. And, you know, they came in and to see how I was doing, and the whole time I kept saying, there's a snake in my bed, there's snakes in my bed, get him out of my bed, get him out of my bed. You know, but I don't remember any of that, and it happened 4 nights in a row. Well, I don't know 4 nights in a row, but it happened 4 nights this past 7 days. So I think that opening up opened that floodgate, and that's my body's way, in a sense, of sort of protecting myself but it's doing it in my dreams. I have, it could be that I'm associating my bed with the stuff that happened with my uncle, because he did do stuff in my bed. I have a different bed now, but it's still in the same room. It's actually in the same spot. And she had suggested to me that, to do things in my room to make it more like a sanctuary, a pleasant place to go, instead of just, this is where you sleep and you only go to bed when you're tired. Because I also had trouble with sleeping. I wasn't sleeping again. I was up and couldn't sleep, and then I'd sleep during the day, and then I decided I want to break this sleep thing. So I went to bed early, and I woke up in the middle of the night, but I went back to bed and I slept until morning, and I felt like I didn't sleep at all. And that was the day that I went to see her. I'm like, I'm just so tired. I felt like I haven't even slept. And it's probably because I haven't been getting any sleep, which makes sense. And so last night I did the same thing. I went to bed early, and I woke up in the middle of the night again. I was up for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I went back to bed. And I got more sleep. And today I feel well rested. I feel like I actually slept. So I might be going to bed a little too early, because I went to bed at 7. So maybe going to bed at 9 is probably a little better, so I don't wake up in the middle of the night. But, definitely my sleep patterns have a big effect on my bipolar, and how my moods affect me. It's, so I gotta get my sleep under control. And I understand that there might be nights that I'm not able to sleep, but at least I can stay in bed and rest. Resting does help your body too. So I went over the night terrors. I went over seeing my counselor. And I was honest when I went with her. I did talk about some personal things while I was with her. So I really do think that I'm on a good path here. I think that if I just keep doing what I'm doing, with my mental health, with my physical health, and just keep focusing on today, keep it in the here and now, I'll be fine. Everything will work out, and to continue taking my meds. I did talk to her about, seeing the psychiatrist, because, I understand where they're coming from. They don't want people to see the psychiatrist unless they have a good track record of keeping their appointments, and I understand that, but I thought they would do it for like a month. But I was told that they're going to do it, it'll probably be 3 to 4 months before I could see the psychiatrist. And that's not acceptable to me, because my primary doctor is overseeing my meds, but he doesn't have expertise in psychiatry. He told me outright, my meds are too complicated for him to do anything with, whether it's add something or take something away or change the dose. He doesn't feel comfortable with that, and I would rather him not do that if he doesn't feel comfortable. But, my counselor can't change him either, and the only person who can is the psychiatrist. So I did talk to her about my concerns about that, and I said at the very least I would like him to have the information about what's going on. I just want him to be informed. Whether or not he sees me right away, I'm fine if things have to wait, but I want him to be informed, because if I have an episode or something goes wrong, or I end up in the hospital, that means I need a med change or something, and I need him to be in the loop. I don't want to fall through the cracks. So, she said she's going to put in a referral, and she's going to try to actually talk to him or his nurse, just to see what they think. If he doesn't want to see me, fine. But if he has some advice, over the phone advice is better than nothing at all. So hopefully that works out. I'll find out next Wednesday when I go. yeah, so, like I said, things are going good. I mean, other than the night terrors and the lack of sleep and the mixed episode I experienced, things aren't really that bad. They're I'm in a pretty good place. I don't think I'm fully stable yet, but I don't think I'm out of control either. And I just have to keep going, and hopefully this time around I'll be able to face my demons and deal with my past issues, because I want to have a life. I want to be able to experience things without a past memory coming back to haunt me and make me feel bad or something. I might have the memory, but I just move on. And that's really what I want. I want to move on. I want to be in a place that I'm okay with myself. I'm okay with what happened to me. Not that I condone it, but that I'm okay, because I'm a strong person and I know I deserve happiness. And the hardest part for me is going to be forgiving my abusers, because it's just how I think of things. If I forgive them, then I'm saying it's okay for what they did. And I know not everyone puts those connections together, but that's how I connect them in my head. So that is going to be something that I'd really want to work on, because I don't want to have all this anger and rage inside of me, because that's no way to live. So hopefully things work out, and I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying the summer. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care, everybody.